Hello, Steve White, Steve RC9. Well, we warned her about this, didn't we, thing? Yeah, so Wednesday, not doing so well. They broke the season into two parts. The first part did okay, but the second part, around half the audience showed up. I think the first season got 50,000 or 500,000 or something like that. And the second part got 28. I guess that's 228 million, is it? I don't know. I didn't check I know the difference. It's almost half, 50, obviously half is 25 and 28. So almost half the audience disappeared for the show between parts. And that's really disturbing. That says either we don't like the way you're distributing it and splitting it up into half seasons, or we really didn't like the first half and we're not coming back for the second half. Or maybe people didn't realise that they were breaking it up and they don't realise the second half is even out. Or maybe Lady Gaga was just in it and she's cursed. I'm guessing it's that, because I hate Lady Gaga. No, I don't hate her. I just have no respect for her because she does nothing but copy people, and her whole career is defined by Madonna and trying to up her and trying to get out of her shadow, even though she put herself in that shadow by just being a clone and a copy. But yeah, somehow she's managed to have a comeback. She's basically gone back to the old Gaga shtick and playing that character again after she abandoned it in the past. And it's the equivalent of Madonna going back and sort of trying to redo her Like a Virgin era, and it working. That's what Gaga's basically done. So I don't know whose child she sacrificed to which devil, but she's back and she's, really doing well. She's managed to come back and sort of capture the same sort of audience she had the first time. Not the same people because they've all outgrown her, but new kids are basically glomming onto her and seeing her as some sort of saviour in the absence of them actually being aware of other artists like Madonna who were there first. So yeah, she's managed to pull it off again. They've sold her to a new generation of people who feel like they are on the outside and that she's some sort of saviour or something. So yeah, so I think honestly, because her performance in Joker, of course, was awful, and the film bombed hugely and no one wanted it in the first place. They were like, no one wants Lady Gaga musical version of the Joker, but they gave it to us and no one saw it. And she did a film where she had a really bad accent. She was playing, I think, the sister of one of the big designers. I can't remember which one it was. It wasn't Armani because he just died. It must have been I should know this, I'm gay. But yeah, so that was awful and didn't do well. So she's had a couple of misses now, and now she has a small part, and apparently it's only 3 minutes. She only one episode, but that I think was enough to curse the second half of the season. So we'll still get a season 3 of Wednesday, but it's not going to have the views. I don't think people are going to come back for it like they did. And whether that's because I've heard the first part of the season is very weak, and because of the way the embargoes worked, I think when the first season came out, people couldn't talk about the second part of the season. Sorry, the first part of the second season came out. People who'd seen the second part couldn't tell the people who were watching the first part that it really picks up and is better, and the second half is really good. And maybe they're not coming back because they just really weren't impressed with the first half. I don't know. But there now is some talk they may revise how they release Stranger Things. So they're supposed to be splitting it in 3 parts and putting it over 3 holidays. Like Thanksgiving, Christmas and New Year's, I think they were going to have a drop for each period. And it's like, okay, there's a holiday, but people are going to be busy. Why would you do this? So I think maybe whoever's thinking these things up, like they did with Wednesday, is not quite attuned to what the audience will want. And maybe they're going to change how they drop Stranger Things, because Wednesday has really suffered. I mean, almost 50% drop between first part and second part. That's really bad. So either they really weren't impressed with the first part, or they really, really didn't want the way it was being done, and they're showing the streamer that no, we're not going to come back. If you're going to split the season up like this and try and get, I think some people also may have signed up for Wednesday for the first part, and they're not signing up for the second part, because really what you should be able to do is just sign up. If a show's being dropped at once and isn't week to week, you should be able to sign up once, get it, and then churn. But they're trying to get around the churn by splitting it over different periods and having it set over different months. So people may also be objecting to refusing to participate in that. Myself, I just wait till something's done and then I watch the whole thing. Like Sex and the City, I was going to watch that, the last couple of episodes, week to week, and just come in late and catch up on the first part of the season, then just watch the last few episodes. Then it ended before I realised, and now I've got all these other things to do, and it's like, I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, they've really got to be careful how they drop this stuff, and also who they put in it, because I think Lady Gaga kind of cursed this season because she's cursed. But I'm gonna go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and yeah.